Hello traders, and welcome back to the 3-month update of the Dark Venus experiment. It's been going really well, and so far it's reached up to 346% growth in that 3-month period. It's been absolutely fantastic. You can see the net profits here have been going really well so far. The cumulative return that started on the 19th of December has reached all the way up. It kept going up, it kept going really well. The 19th of January just here at 98%. It kept going up. It's looking really nice up to the 19th of February. It's now over 207% in 2 months. That's just amazing. And as we keep going, get to the 19th of March and it's up to 346.5% growth. It's just fantastic. And then we had a little bit of a drop. Boom. Went down to negative 93.6% of our deposit, which is just tragic. So just this morning, it was up to just 10% of the deposit amount, which is not really good. So only just this morning, I added almost $3,000 to the account to get it back up to that initial level. Now, there was only one chart that did that. I'll show you the results here. Okay, so if we go all the way down here, we can see that there was just the 8502 that has had a drastic gross loss of negative $12,000 for a total of negative $11,736. So I have stopped that robot. I have stopped that chart. It's the Euro Swiss. And as you can see here, it has a gray hat, which means on MT5 that it is no longer working. We'll just go to the chart here. Yeah, it's just a gray hat there. So as you can see here, the drawdown was really good up until, well, even up to this point, up to the 7th of February. And then it just couldn't quite recover, and then it took a drastic cliff dive right off down to here where the balance was back to $190-ish. So yeah, that was a bit tragic. I was very heartbroken when I saw that one. And here you'll see just the balance now after I put $3,006. So we can see that back on the chart here. Yep, 3,005. So that is rocking now, and hopefully into the future we'll see it continue on the great trend that it was doing at approximately 100% of the $3,000 account per month. We're also running it on a challenge account with Eightcap, and it's up to $4,100. This challenge started with just 3 of the charts, and later on I added all of the 22 of them. I have also switched off this chart for the Euro Swiss because I don't want a massive drawdown on this challenge either. As you can see, the Euro Swiss started making the trades on the 2nd of February, and that's what led to all of this crazy amount of drawdown, and eventually shut it all on the 21st of March with massive losses down to here. Very big losses. So yeah, the key thing here is it started on the 2nd of February. Okay, that's the demo account. That's the one that lost $13,000 in a day. All right, back over to the challenge where I had it offline for quite a bit of time. And the Euro Swiss, I've filtered it by symbol. So these are all the Euro Swiss trades, and they started back on the 7th of February, not the 2nd. So it was offline for about that week when it started to go crazy, and that's what saved this account, which is fantastic and a great stroke of luck. And that's why this account didn't lose the $13,000 like the other one did, even though it's got the same lot size, but it just wasn't in the market during that time. As you can see back here on FX Blue regarding the demo account, the experiment, the 8502, the Euro Swiss did have the worst trade. And if we take that one out, we can see that all the others are going well. Only a little bit of negative results here, but all in all, overall, they're all profitable, all green. These ones are really faint. This one's a red one. That's the 8502, of course, the little problem chart we've got there, and 8510, which is just negative $132. I did look to cancel that from the chart, but I had a few open trades at the moment. We'll have have a look at that in a second. So now that that's gone, we should be sailing quite nicely with the profits in this demo account. Now we're back onto the challenge account with Eightcap, and it's now at $104,094. The growth curve has been quite good. Okay, so in here, as you noticed, the profits were going well. And this is a point where I realized that I had, in fact, put the MetaTrader 5 set files on this challenge account, which is MetaTrader 4. So it was going quite well, but I think that was with the default settings. So that also blew my initial experiment with the Dark Venus. So I quickly paused that and was busy with other charts and trading robots. And in here on the 29th of February, I added the MetaTrader 4 version of the set files that had been going so well on the experiment. And as you can see, it's working out quite well so far. On this next tab, we can see the drawdown. So the drawdown was nice and light just there, or minimal. And it's been going quite well here as well. Only $800 drawdown there, and it's been keeping fairly nice and tight so far. So let's hope that goes just as well as the experiment, the demo experiment. But this is a challenge, so let's hope it gets up to the 10% we pass the challenge. And I'm even more confident in it now that I've stopped the 8502 or the Euro Swiss on the M30 chart. So onwards and upwards with this challenge. Now you may notice that this FX Blue profile is named the top 3 Dark Venus profile, but it is not accurate. It does now have all of the charts, as I explained a little bit earlier. We've got an approximate monthly return of almost 2%, the profit factor of 2.25, which is fantastic, and a floating loss of negative $403. But on a $104,000 account, that's allowed 5% or $5,000 drawdown. That's fairly acceptable. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so now I'll take you through a quick walkthrough of the settings on this Dark Venus experiment and challenge, but this one will be on the MT4, the challenge account. We'll go with the silver and hit F7. And if you want to take a screenshot of these or pick them up from the initial video that we did earlier, well, we can include the set files in the description down below also. So we've just got it on 1 cent lot size, or the 0.01 lot. So the money measurement is false, so this doesn't matter. We're on the enable Bollinger Bands, it's for true. And with the uptrend buy, downtrend sell, that's been a key for this strategy to work well. I had it just on the default before, and it blew the account, as you might know from Petko's other video. All trading days except Saturday and Sunday. The time filter is off. Some people recommended to have it on, but with the back testing I did, I found that off worked quite well. Grid is on. Coefficient grid management is 0.5. Minimum distance for grid orders is 50. ATR period is 9. Closure type is on opposite signal, and just a custom comment, which works well on MetaTrader 5, but not so well on MetaTrader 4. And welcome back. So after 4 months of this amazing EA doing really well, and with this strategy having no stop loss because it is a grid trading strategy, I didn't know how far it was going to drop, if it would drop, or if the stop losses would inhibit that and inhibit the profits as well. But in the last couple of days, in the last month or so, half a month, we've had 2 big curveballs. So the first part of the video was up to this point and it was going well for a couple of days, and then the silver took a big drop here as well. So we'll just have a look at a couple more of the stats. Yeah, the silver 8501. After I put the $3,000 in, its net profit from the date of the 25th of March dropped nearly $3,000. So that took care of that. And now we're back here again. And this is the challenge account, which was doing quite well also, but had a good drop off here as well. And I thought it was safe, but not the case, as it was up to $4,717 profit, and it dropped down roughly 5% in a day. So I believe that account is busted now. So the plan moving forward, the silver 8501 made a gross loss of $4,944 as well. Okay, so we'll just check these out on the charts. So as you can see, the silver here, XAG USD, and I'll hit F7. The magic number is 8501. So it is indeed the silver on the M30 chart that went pear-shaped. So from here on moving forward, I thought a good idea would be, now that we've got some history, we can see that the data doesn't really come down, say 25% on this $3,000 account. So if we have a enable close in percentage loss and stop EA after the percentage loss of 25%, that should keep the account running smoothly with enough buffer to have profits. But if it does have a drastic drawdown from say $12,000, it won't be too huge. It'll only be about $3,000. And as we all know, that can be made up again in a month if it goes down. So that possibility, so I'll include that set file in the description below. This is for the MT5 demo account that had $3,000 in it. And this is the challenge account. So it's a smidge under the starting lot. And we'll just hit F7 again and go down. I think a really good idea with this is to make it about 3% loss. It seems to be only one chart at a time takes a massive tank. If we only lose 3% in a day and the EA stops on that chart or that currency for the day, or stops it until we get back to it, that should prevent any other 2% being lost in that same day and keep it as a safe buffer zone. So I'll include this set file for the MT4 file as well in the description below. And with this demo account from here on, with those 2 adjustments made, or the 3 adjustments, that should increase the likelihood of success moving forward and bring on more steady results even with losses. So we'll see how it goes. We've just started a topic in the forum about the Dark Venus robot. So if you'd like to ask any more questions, head on over there. You'll be able to speak with me about the settings, about the set file, about anything else you'd like to chat about regarding the robot. And if you'd like to start trading the Dark Venus on a demo account, head on over to Eightcap. They're a really great broker. We've been using them for quite a while. We're running a challenge on their platform at the moment. So head on over. If you go to Trading Tools onto MetaTrader 5, you can simply download the MT5 platform or create your account there. I hope all this has been really helpful. I hope you have great success. As always, happy trading. And before you go, check this other video on our channel. See ya.